Hi everyone, my name is Emily and today's video is a heart opening sequence. So really we're going to open up through the chest and shoulders. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my weekly videos. And we're going to need at least one block if you have it. If you don't, you can grab a pillow, that will work just fine. So we're going to start in child's pose here. So bringing the knees wide, just as wide as is comfortable for you. Sinking the hips down towards the heels and then walking the hands forward. And then resting your forehead on either the mat or a block or a pillow. So see if you can walk your hands a little farther up the mat and just resting the palms into the mat. We're going to take a moment here to connect with our breath. So breathing in and out through the nose. Take a nice slow inhale and a nice slow exhale. Noticing any subtle movements your body makes while you're breathing. See if there's anything you can let go of today. Letting go with each exhale. Now we're going to slowly walk the hands a little farther and bringing the hips above the knees. So you can bring your knees about hip distance apart. And then beginning to walk your hands a little farther down your mat. And then melting the heart down towards the mat. This is our melting heart pose. Once again, your forehead can rest on the mat, or you can bring it to a block or a pillow. So feeling a nice opening through the shoulders. It shouldn't be too intense because this should be a position that you should be able to stay with for a couple minutes. So if it's too intense of a stretch, make sure you back it off a little bit. Connecting back with your breath, noticing each inhale and exhale. Feel free to readjust yourself if needed. But if it's not painful and you're doing okay, just coming back to your breath, we won't be here for too much longer. So nice and slowly, begin to lift your forehead off the mat. Walk your hands back towards you. We'll just take a moment here, resting your hands on your thighs, relaxing your shoulders, closing your eyes. Softening your cheeks and your jaw. And then slowly we're going to come down to lie on our belly. So we're going to set up for Sphinx pose. So you're going to bring your forearms to the mat. Forearms will be parallel to one another. Elbows are going to be underneath the shoulders, if that's okay. You might need to bring your feet a little wider. And then if this totally does not work for you, you can bring your elbows a little more forward. So that'll be less of a curve in the spine. So wherever you are, trying to draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Think about your chest coming forward. And this is just try to relax the lower body. Just making sure to be kind to yourself. So if you feel any pain at all, please back off. We don't want to hurt ourselves in yoga. Focusing on that inhale and exhale. We'll take 5 more breaths here in this pose. Nice and slowly release the arms. You can bring your arms down by your sides. Bring your right ear to the mat. Just taking a moment to relax. And slowly bringing the opposite ear to the mat to even out the stretch on our neck. we'll slowly start to transition to our next posture. So coming to lie on our backs and taking your block or your pillow with you. We're going to bring the block or the pillow underneath our back. So just a few inches up from the base of the spine. That's where you want to have the bottom of the block. Making sure that the block is lying down like this. And then slowly begin to lower yourself down onto the block. Your shoulder blade should come on either side of the upper corners of the block. Feel free to readjust as needed. If you have the pillow, just the pillow goes underneath your back. And feel free to come into your butterfly legs, or you can have your legs extended, whatever is more comfortable. Arms are out by the sides or coming into goddess arms, bent at the elbows, or maybe up overhead. So just finding that perfect spot for your arms to rest. Last option, if you need it, is to place a block or a pillow underneath your head. So you want to feel completely supported here. You don't want to feel like your head is kind of dangling in thin air. Start to notice as your chest and belly rise and fall with every breath. On each exhale, allowing your body to melt into the mat. So we're going to slowly start to come out of this pose. So you can bring your body over to one side of the block and just use one hand to remove the block from underneath you. Place it off to the side. And just rest your back onto the mat. You can bring your arms by your sides. Just take a moment here to release this pose. Letting your spine come back to neutral. We're going to come into our banana pose. So bringing both feet over to the right edge of the mat. You maybe want to cross your left ankle over the right if that feels okay. If not, they can just stay side by side. Then bring your arms overhead, resting your hands on the floor. And then draw your hands over to the right edge of your mat as well, making a banana shape with your body. You may want to use your right hand to take hold of the left wrist. Trying to keep both shoulders grounded into the mat. Nice big stretch along your left side. Nice opening through the shoulders. Connecting back with your breath. Slowly bring our arms and legs back to center. Just take a moment or two to readjust. And then bringing the arms and legs over to the left edge of the mat. So maybe the right ankle crosses over the left. Maybe the left hand holds the right wrist. Both shoulders and both hips are rooted into the mat. Finding this space of stillness and relaxation. And very slowly bring your arms and legs back to center. We'll come into our final Shavasana, Taking the most comfortable resting pose for you. Arms away from the body, legs out wide. Shoulder blades roll underneath you. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. Let everything go. Give yourself this time to rest in stillness and peace. You're welcome to rest here for as long as you like. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste.